Gaius Julius Caesar de Bello Gallico, episode 16. Per facula factu esse illis probat conata perficere, propteria quod ipsa suae civitatis imperium obtenturus esset, non esse dubium quin totius Galliae plurimum helvetii possent, se suis copiis suoque exercitu illis, regna conciliaturdum confirmat. As Caesar continues, describing the conspiracy of Orgetorix, he says, probat. Orgetorix shows, proves, or demonstrates that, and this introduces oratio oblique, indirect statement. There will be a great deal of this in Caesar's history. He shows that conata perficere, this is the subject, that the accomplishing perficere of the things they attempt, conata is neuter, plural, and accusative, it's a substantive adjective, the object of perficere, that is an adjective that's been turned into a noun. He shows that the accomplishing of their attempts is, esse, that's the verb, the infinitive in oratio oblique, is per facula factu. This is the predicate. And it means something like easy to do, easy in the doing. Per facula is neuter singular and accusative because it is the predicate of this clause, and factu is a supine. A supine is a defective fourth declension noun that occurs in only two cases, accusative and ablative, here in the ablative. And then finally illis, that it is easy for them, meaning the persons whom Orgetorix is seeking to persuade. And illis is masculine, plural, and dative. And the reason why he says it is easy is propteria quod, inasmuch as, or seeing that, he himself, meaning Orgetorix, the control or rule of his own state, suae civitatis is feminine, singular and genitive, and imperium is neuter, singular, and accusative, inasmuch as he himself obtenturus esset, would acquire the rule over his own state. Obteneo is the first principal part, or obtineo, I should say, of this verb. This form obtenturus is a future form, but when used with esset, the imperfect subjunctive of esse, this gives the effect of a future or forward-looking form from the perspective of the past. So then he demonstrates that doing the things they attempted would be easy in the doing for them, inasmuch as he would obtain obtenturus, the rule of his own state. And now we have non esse dubium. This infinitive is here because the clause is still controlled by probat, and it's another instance of oratio oblique, or indirect statement. So he shows that there is no doubt but that this word quin, reading the dictionary, the lexical entry for quin, repays one's time because this is sometimes a difficult word to bring into English. There was no doubt but that, is one good way to translate quin usually, no doubt but that the Helvetians would hold sway, possent, would have influence or power, very much plurimum, over all of Gaul, totius Galliae. Possent here is third plural, and it is imperfect, subjunctive, and active from the irregular verb possesse. Plurimum is in the neuter singular accusative, functioning somewhat like an accusative of respect, we would say in Greek. And then Orgetorix adds this final statement. Finally, he shows, he swears, he confirms, he proves, confirmat, that he himself, that's Orgetorix, this reflexive pronoun, with his own troops, suis copiis, and his own army, suo exercitu. Both of these are in the ablative. Suis copiis is feminine plural ablative. Copiae is a first declension noun, and exercitu is a masculine singular ablative. Exercitus is a fourth declension noun. So he promises, or swears, confirmat, that he himself, by means of his own troops and by means of his own army, he will win over conciliaturum, and we have with this an implicit esse. He will win over kingdoms, regna, for them. Regna is neuter, plural, and accusative. So Orgetorix promises the other conspirators that by his own effort and his own military might, he will place them on their respective thrones in their respective kingdoms. And illis, masculine, plural, and dative, just like Elise up here, a dative of advantage, most likely, or indirect object.